Welcome students. In today's lecture we are going to continue our poem Christabel written by S.T. Coleridge. So far we have read that Christabel goes into the forest to pray under an oak tree. There she hears a moaning sound, and the sound was of Geraldine. Geraldine tells Christabel that she was abducted by 5 warriors, and she also asks for help. Christabel offers her help and decides to take her home. How Christabel and Geraldine enter into the castle, we will get to know in today's lecture. So let us continue. So free from danger, free from fear, they crossed the court. Right glad they were. So now both Christabel and Geraldine felt free from danger and fear because Geraldine collapsed while she was crossing the threshold. Okay, but once they entered into the palace, she was feeling totally fine. That means now they were feeling free from danger and free from fear. Right glad they were, and they were both really happy. Glad means happy. Christabel devoutly cried to the lady by her side, Praise be the Virgin all divine, who hath rescued thee from thy distress. Then Christabel devoutly means in a very religious manner, cried means suggested. Okay, so Christabel devoutly suggested to the lady by her side. Who was the lady by her side? Geraldine. Okay, so Christabel suggested Geraldine that they should pray to Virgin Mary for having saved her from her misfortune or danger. Christabel said that now that we are safe and sound in this palace, we should thank to God for helping us in the danger. Alas, alas, said Geraldine, I cannot speak for weariness. Geraldine answers that she was too tired to speak right now, and so she denied to pray to Virgin Mary. Now we know that Geraldine was just pretending to be tired, but actually, because she was an evil creature, she did not want to pray to God. So free from danger, free from fear, they crossed the court. Right glad they were. Now they were free from danger and free from fear, and they happily crossed the court. Court is some enclosed area around the palace. Okay. Outside her kennel, the mastiff old lay fast asleep in moonshine cold. The mastiff old bitch was sleeping outside her kennel. Kennel means doghouse. So the old bitch was sleeping sound outside her doghouse in the cold night, and the moon was shining in that cold night. The mastiff old did not awake, yet she an angry moan did make. When both the ladies entered, Geraldine and Christabel, the mastiff old bitch did not awake, but she did make an angry moaning sound. Moaning means weeping, okay? So we know that it is believed that dogs can sense upcoming danger, and they can also feel the evil spirits around them. Okay, and that is the reason that this mastiff bitch made a moaning or weeping sound, because Geraldine was passing by her. And what can ail the mastiff bitch? What can ail? Ail means trouble. Okay, what can trouble this mastiff bitch? Why this bitch was weeping like that? Okay, never till now she uttered yell beneath the eye of Christabel. She has never uttered such cries in the presence of Christabel. because Christabel was a pure soul. Okay, so never till now she uttered yell beneath the eye of Christabel. She has never uttered such cries or moaning in the presence of Christabel. Perhaps it is the owlet's screech, for what can ail the mastiff bitch? Perhaps the bitch is feeling irritated by the screeching sound of the owl. Screeching means some harsh or loud sound of owl. Perhaps the bitch was feeling irritated by the screeching sound of owl. Because what else can trouble this old mastiff bitch? Now, in these lines, poet is trying to create a mysterious atmosphere, but we know that the reason behind old bitch's crying, it is the presence of Geraldine, which was troubling her, because she has never behaved in this manner in the presence of Christabel. Why? Because Christabel was a pure and innocent lady, but Geraldine is evil, and her presence is troubling this old mastiff bitch. Now, they passed the hall that echoes still. Pass as lightly as you will. Now, they passed the hall which echoed the sound of their footstep. Although they were walking very softly, but still it echoed. The brands were flat, the brands were dying, amid their own white ashes lying. The brands means a piece of wood that has been burned or is still burning. Okay, that is called brand. So the brands were now flat in the fireplace, and the fire was dying because it was a time of midnight, so fire was dying. The burned pieces of wood were covered with their own white ashes. Okay, but when the lady passed, there came a tongue of flight, a fit of flame. But when Geraldine passed by it, they again started to give light and flame. This was another sign of some evil presence nearby. Okay. And Christabel saw the lady's eye and nothing else saw she thereby. During this short moment of light, Christabel could see only Geraldine's eye and nothing else saw she thereby save the boss of the shield of Sir Leoline Tall, which hung in a murky old niche in the wall. Now, during this short moment of light, Christabel could see the eyes of Geraldine, and she also could see the ornamented pattern on the Sir Leoline's shield, which was hanging in a murky means dark, niche means a shelf in the wall. So in the moment of light, Christabel could only see two things: Geraldine's eyes and hanging shield of Sir Leoline. "Oh, softly tread," said Christabel, "my father seldom sleep well." Now, Christabel requested Geraldine to walk very softly because her father could really sleep well. She did not want to wake him up. Sweet Christabel, her feet doth bear, and jealous of the listening air, they steal their way from stair to stair, now in glimmer and now in gloom, and now they pass the baron's room. So, sweet Christabel, her feet doth bear. Christabel now uncovers her feet. Why? Because she did not want to make any sound of footsteps, because her father was sleeping right now and they were taking care not to produce the least sound, because in that silent night even a slightest sound could echo easily in the air. Okay, so they were taking care that they should not make any sound of their footsteps. They steal their way from stair to stair, now in glimmer and now in gloom. The two ladies pass stealthily from stair to stair. Sometimes they pass through the shining moonlight, and sometimes through gloom. Gloom means darkness. Gloom means darkness. And now they pass the Baron's room as still as death with swift breath. Now, when they were passing the Baron's room, Baron, who was the Baron? Sir Leoline, Christabel's father. Okay, and when they were passing the Baron's room, they hold their breath and looked as still as death because they did not want to wake him up. Now they have reached her chamber door, and now doth Geraldine press down the rushes of the chamber floor. So now they have reached Christabel's chamber or Christabel's room, and Geraldine has stepped on the rushes of the chamber floor. Rushes means in medieval times the floors of the rooms were spread with the dried grass and rushes. Rushes is a kind of plant to give warmth and softness for the feet. Okay. The moon shines dim in the open air, and not a moonbeam enters here. Moon was shining dimly in the open air, and moonlight was not entering in Christabel's room. But they without its light can see the chamber carved so curiously. But still, without moonlight, even without moonlight, they could see the chamber, which was adorned with carved figures on the walls. Okay, carved with figures strange and sweet, all made out of the carver's brain. The figures that were carved on the wall, they were very strange and sweet, and they were product of artist's imagination. Carver's brain means they were product of artist's imagination. Okay, for a lady's chamber meet, and these figures that were carved on the walls, they were totally appropriate for a lady's chamber or a lady's room. The lamp with twofold silver chain is fastened to an angel's feet. So there was also a lamp in the room of Christabel, which was fastened to an angel's feet with a double silver chain. Okay, so there was a silver lamp in the Christabel's room. The silver lamp burns dead and dim, but Christabel the lamp will trim. The silver lamp was burning very dim and dull, but Christabel will trim the lamp. She trimmed it and made it bright again, and left it swinging to and fro, while Geraldine, in wretched plight, sank down upon the floor below. Christabel left the lamp swinging back and forth, but as she did so, Geraldine's condition became miserable and she sank down upon the floor. Okay, so in this way, Geraldine and Christabel enters into the castle, and they also feel some ominous means in Hindi you can say ashubh. Okay, they also feel some ominous signs like mourning of the witch, burning of the flame again, etc. And silently they reach in the room of Christabel, and here Geraldine again starts to feel unwell. What happens next we will get to know in our next video. Thank you.